There is a decision embedded in nearly every hour of your day. Most people never notice they're making it. It looks like this: continue as you are, or shift course. The first option requires nothing. The second requires something: effort, risk, discomfort. And because the first option asks for nothing, it wins by default, over and over, until a year has passed and very little has actually changed. This isn't a failure of willpower. It's a structural problem. The comfortable option is frictionless. The deliberate option is not. Left unexamined, the path of least resistance will always be chosen, not because it's better, but because it's easier to fall into. Look back 12 months. If the honest answer is that little has shifted, same responsibilities, same unstarted plans, that's not a coincidence. That's the accumulated result of thousands of small, unexamined defaults. The instinct at this point is usually to consume more, another framework, another expert, another list of habits. But information was never the bottleneck. The gap isn't a knowledge gap. It's an execution gap, the distance between deciding something and doing something about it. Closing that gap doesn't require more input. It requires a specific, almost mechanical action: externalizing the decision. Put it outside your head, onto paper, in concrete terms. This isn't a productivity trick, it's supported by research. A well-known Dominican university study found that people who wrote their goals down were 42% more likely to achieve them than those who kept them as mental intentions. The mechanism is straightforward: a written goal moves from abstract intention to a defined commitment. It becomes something you can measure, revisit, and hold yourself accountable to, rather than something that quietly dissolves under the weight of a busy schedule. The action itself is simple. It has to be. Complexity is just another form of friction, another reason to delay. 1 page. One clearly defined objective. Written in specific, measurable terms, not get better, but a defined outcome with a defined timeline. None of this guarantees an outcome. But it removes the excuse of ambiguity. It converts a vague aspiration into a decision you're accountable to. And that shift, small as it looks, is usually the actual difference between the people who look back on a year with something to show for it, and the people who don't. The decision resets tomorrow. And the day after that. Indefinitely. The only variable that changes is whether you engage with it deliberately, or let it default. That's the video. If it added value, subscribe here on Neurovex's Studio, leave a like, and share your take in the comments.